down on the sidelines, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
Catching up with the Utah State head coach before the game.
On the option. Pulls it on the option. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? The option look. He's got enough, and he slides to avoid the punishment, and it'll be a 1st down. Nice move there on 4th and short. Wazoo headed to the line with another 1st down. He'll keep it again on the option. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Utah State. Here comes the option. Now the pitch. Got some room to run. Inside the touchdown, Wazoo. Great job by the back on the option. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
That's caught. It's Freeman. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Cougars are facing 3rd and inches. They'll run the option. He'll try to get to the marker himself. Nice job to keep it himself, find the 1st down marker, and move the change for this offense. Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Well, obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
Handoff from the gun. Dropped after a pickup of 3 down to the 26. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. On the option. Quarterback Keith. He'll toss it. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And it's right down the boulevard. The Cougars offense takes the field to start this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got his man downfield. Now he's got it all the way down to the 21-yard line, and they are threatening on 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The option, he'll keep it. Maybe a crease. They'll make the tackle, but not before. He's got enough to move the sticks and has this defense's head spinning with the option. Goes to the option. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Cougars. Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target.
Washington State has it back, and they'll send the offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Now the pitch. Picks up the first down. They bring him down. A big gain on the option, and they will challenge your ability to tackle in space. Big plays like that makes play calling so much easier. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 34. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Hauls it in. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. It'll be 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Never a doubt. Washington State ready to get things going now as the offense takes the field. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain. There's a crease. And he's knocked down, but not before he picks up enough for the first down. On 1st and goal, let's see if Washington State can get it in. On the option. The pitch. Touchdown, Cougars! How about... They'll run the option. And he'll be hit immediately. No gain on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this. Assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Crosses the 35. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Washington State. Excellent pass by the... Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Quarterback making checks. On the option. The keeper. Oh, what a cut! And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. Let's begin with a look at Virginia in their matchup against the number 2 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Cavaliers, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And talk about a great start to the season. This team is now 6-0 with big aspirations. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game in Pullman. This offense just continues to find a way to make big plays. No death by 1,000 cuts today. They are consistently gaining chunks of yardage, and it's reflected there on the scoreboard. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas on the Palouse at Morton Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Utah State about to kick it off to open the second half. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And he'll be stopped, returned. Here comes the Wazoo offense onto the field again. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box. And
intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Got room on the return.
That's a bit of a gut punch if you're the...
And now the offense will come onto the field again. The option look. He'll toss it. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here comes the option. Keeps it on the option. At the 35, he's got room. There's some room. And he's brought down, and he just about took it all the way. How about the timing on the pitch from this quarterback on the option? They'll run the option. Keeps it on first down. He's wrestled to the ground. They ran the option beautifully, and they pick up the first down. Washington State going back to work on first down. On the option. He'll toss it. Touchdown, Washington State. Great job by the back on the option.
have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball?
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive.
Here we go. Ready. 1, 8, ready, go.
Goes to the option. Now the toss. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Touchdown, Aggies! And they turn it into a defensive score.
There is nothing better than watching a big boy do what he was born to do. Ball on the turf, the big fella scoops it up, and Palmer, thank God he didn't have to go far.
You know what? The thing I love about this too, David, is he never quit on the play. He pursued it, showed great effort. He was Johnny on the spot, bounced right into his belly. They may want to put this guy on short yardage goal line because he has a nose for the end zone.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the option. Quick toss. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today rank, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. Now on the option. He'll pitch it. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Washington State sends out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Let's see what he can do with it. He's got great speed. Can they catch him? Made a defender miss. Touchdown, Utah State. On the option. He'll do it himself. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback, somebody has to have the pitch, and most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Freeman. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. The option look. Pulls it on the option. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Cougars really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Catch and stride inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. Here comes the option. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. 2nd and goal for the offense. They'll run the option. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. After getting stuffed, what do they have for an answer here on 3rd and goal from the 2? Touchdown, Cougar! This one was a lot like a tennis match, back and forth, up and down, and they just couldn't quite score enough and get the key stop to get the win.
And defenses have changed, right? It's not about limiting to low points anymore, but you got to find ways to create turnovers and get that ball back to your offense so they can do their damage. Defense just needed to create a few more opportunities.
I think it just came down to individual effort on the defensive side of the football for this team. Somebody needs to step up in big moments in big games and make the play to win. We didn't see it happen today.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.